All right. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to part 2 of Dusty Mystery Box of Trading Cards. Digging for long-buried treasure, in other words. Seeing how it goes tonight. And getting right back to it here. There we go. Hang on. Let me do this better. I want to, what do I want? Aha. There we go. And Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Hello. Thanks for joining me tonight. This is part 2 of more of a continuation of my previous live stream that had to cut short due to issues with a house cat needing attention. Kind of continuing on here, kind of digging into a mystery box I had of miscellaneous trading cards from way back when. Whole lot of stuff I haven't touched in, easily 30 years or so, perhaps. Oh, also Lemon Pie. Hello, Lemon Pie. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you all had a good weekend and a good start of your week. Don't know if you're lurking from my previous live stream earlier tonight, but I'm doing more of a continuation as I dig for buried treasure, as it was. Kind of sharing some oddball trading cards here and there. Things I have not touched in a good 25 years or so, at least. I'm just kind of going through some of these here. Some of them are Marvel, some of them are fantasy art, some are movie and TV show related, and some haven't been touched in so long they make this little crinkly noise as I separate them. I don't know if my microphone is actually picking that up or not. They're not like terribly stuck together, but they make this strange noise as I try to separate some of them. Wow, these are neat. So yeah, what I am finding some really neat stuff like this Fleer Ultra X-Force Boomer. 1994. I don't know if I have a complete set of this or not, but that's still pretty neat. I kind of have an odd mix of fantasy art, some Boris Vallejo. I never really collected enough Frazetta. I don't have any Frazetta to show y'all, to share with everyone. And as it goes, I am, oddly enough, as I like to joke about weaponizing my insomnia, well, here I am. Ooh, okay. Violator. This is, ooh. This is a Wizard card from Wizard Publications, Wizard Series 3, Todd McFarlane's Violator. That's kind of a chromium cover. One of the better examples of a chromium card I've seen. It's another Wizard Series 3 Union. I had some really oddball cards from way back in the day. Rip Claw. And then Spawn himself. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Whether you're live, lurking, or you catch me on a replay. That's a Star Wars card. Oh, this is cool. This is Tim Hildebrandt. If I can show that right there. The shiny cards are always difficult for my webcam. Anyway, the back of this card says Covenant of the Forge. Of this book cover illustration, Tim Hildebrandt says the sky in this painting is directly inspired by the work of N.C. Wyeth. That's cool. And of course, my webcam does these no justice whatsoever. So some of the artwork here is really neat. And I'm kind of breezing through these off camera because some of them might not be particularly safe to show, or ones that I don't want to show. This is more, what is this, Tim Hildebrandt. This particular one is also Tim Hildebrandt. 1990 piece, originally painted for the cover of Frederick Pohl's The Byworlder. Ended up in the Visions of Other Worlds calendar. So that's cool. And ooh. That's a problem with holo foil or hologram cards. They are very difficult for webcams to pick up, but that's what that one is. I have absolutely no idea, so I'm going to place that on my little stack of miscellaneous sports cards. And this is really strange. This appears to be I want to show the back of it, but this says it is a worldwide calling card. Bunch of stuff on the back of the card. It is artwork by Boris Vallejo. So this is one of the odder cards I've seen. or one of the odd placements of his artwork I've seen on a back of on a worldwide calling card. So that's kind of unusual. And another one of Gene Roddenberry's Lost Universe. So, oops. Another stack of Louis Royo cards. I believe all my kitty cats have settled down now. I've got a number of house cats for the first time ever. Because when you live out in the country, people, being stupid, like to abandon their pets. Like they get a kitty cat or a puppy dog and it's too much for them to take care of. And it's like, oh, we'll just dump it on somebody else. And that's how I came to acquire my house cats. Dragonlance, Raven's Loft, Forgotten Realms. These are all TSR art. Number 684. So this was 684 of a huge card set. I can't even imagine having a card set with 600 plus trading cards. But I guess if you're doing TSR, Forgotten Realms, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, that's probably what you have there. It goes there. I don't know what this guy is. It says red, and then on the back does not seem like a complete card. So this is, I don't know, I'm going to say that's like a part of a card series. Some of these, I can't even remember where I picked these up from. Bone. Wizard. Another Wizard Publications card. Jeff Smith's Bone comic book series. So this came out of a Wizard. This was bagged with a Wizard book. And here we have Hero. I got it looks like Aliens versus Predator. Hero Master Foil, card 1 of 2, Dark Horse Comics. Hello, Melted Copper. Welcome back. Forgotten Realms. I am shocked they never made the Dark Elf trilogy. Everybody had that set of books. Yes, I think I may still have. Well, I don't know about the Dark Elf trilogy. I was trying to look to my side to see if I could see my bookshelf. I think I've got a number of D&D novels, like the Elven Nations trilogy, the Dwarven Nations trilogy. So I've got a number of those. That is a really thick card. No, that's 2 cards in one. Okay. That's 2 cards. Okay. Oops. That is weird. So this is Beavis and Butthead, a clear plastic card. I don't know why I have that. Meh. And then what was behind it was Grendel. Well, it looks like Grendel from Grendel War Child. Matt Wagner's Grendel, again from Wizard Publications. And I've got a number of Marvel. That's a Louis Royo art card. Marvel card, Daredevil, Marvel Masterworks, Speed Racer, and then Image, no Valiant. Transitions. This is weird. You know, that's Archer from Archer and Armstrong, so that's Valiant. I don't know why it has Image there, but okay. So anybody lurking out there, thank you again for joining me tonight on part 2 of my unboxing live stream as I go through. That's just neat. That's neat right there. As I go through a bunch of mystery cards that I came across while, ooh, this is neat. This is a Gen 13 card that is inside a very dingy sleeve. So I'm going to see if this won't come out. Come on. Come on out. You can do it. Come on. There it is. All right. So that's neat. So this sleeve, don't believe these are supposed to be amber unless this came from the factory. This amber color, I don't want to say going by memory, these might have been clear at one time. But since I don't know, that's going to go away. This is a chromium card for Gen 13. Created by Jim Lee and Brandon Choi. Wizard Series 3. So this was probably polybagged with a issue of Wizard magazine. Oh. Wow. What looks a lot like Marvel Series 1. No, Series 2, June 1991. Marvel Universe Series 2. A Magneto in this hard sleeve. Also, the sleeve looking a bit amber yellow. So that's 3 of these sleeves I've come across that have been amber in color. So there's probably a chance that they're just that color, but I'm still going to see if I can't retrieve the card out of it. Yeah, this is a Magneto card. And I'm just going to ditch that. Those cards came from... But I have the Toy Biz labeled on them. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, Toy Biz. That's cool. Okay. So I'm going to set this one aside as well and take extra care of that because that is probably not a normal Marvel Series 2 card unless they're all like that. Let's see. I got a little stack of Ken Kelly fantasy artwork. Looks like a Conan right there. Yeah, Conan. Yeah, Ken Kelly, I think, did a lot of Conan work. Looking through some of these on the back. Yeah, flipping through some of these. It's all, well, not all. Some of them are kind of crazy looking like that. Then some are just Conan-esque. So that goes, where would this go? This will go over here on top of another stack of miscellaneous fantasy artwork. Oh, goodness. What looks like a nice little stack of, what are these? Wildcats. Hello, Admiral Teague. Hello. Thanks for dropping by. Hope things have been well with you. Now, these are Wildcat. This does not feel like a complete set. I don't know if you caught my previous, my part 1 live stream of unboxing mystery cards. I've just been going through different cards I've come across in this little box of trading cards. I had no idea what they were, and some of them I haven't touched in like 25 years or so. Trying to get this one. There we go. There's another Wildcats Chromium card right there. This is odd. I can't remember back when what these hard sleeves were, if they were ever clear or if they were made amber. It doesn't make sense to have a yellowed amber hard sleeve because you would want the sleeves to be clear so you could enjoy the artwork. Wildcats Chromium. Wizard Series 3, created by Jim Lee. I'll set that one aside. What are these? Blowing the dust bunnies off of them. Ooh, X-Men. I've got a handful of X-Men trading cards. 1991. Can't tell if that's a complete set or not. Number 2, 24. Another blast from the past. Anybody who was ever hanging out in comic shops in the early 90s, like 90, 91, 92, you probably were digging into boxes of card packs, ripping open the card packs, trying to complete your sets of like Marvel Series 1, X-Men trading card sets. That's pretty neat. I'm going to have to look through that later. I'm going to set those aside. And these are also X-Men trading cards. I'm going to set those aside as well. It's another X-Men trading card set. Wow. Here we go. A nice Valiant, one of the better done chromium foil cards I've seen. Because this one is not obnoxiously glossy. This is Valiant Magnus Robot Fighter. But that looks like Turok on there. That's neat. I'm going to set him aside. Then this guy is Zen promotional sample card for Zen Intergalactic Ninja. The card is a small size replica of Jay Lee's chromium cover to the all-new color Zen Intergalactic Ninja number 0, published by Entity Comics. Zen Intergalactic Ninja is a continuing series released to be released December of 1993. Safe to say it's already out, but let me see if I can. Come on. You can almost out. Almost out. Now there's got to be a trick. Okay, well, maybe not. Some of these came up. Okay, I am not getting this out tonight. I'll do it later off camera because I don't want to. Hang on. Maybe a small. Yes, there it is. Oh, aha, got him. All right. So outside of this ugly sleeve, this is like a nice green foil. That's interesting. Hello, Ray Lucard. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, a time capsule of the 90s. This is what this stream and the previous live stream has been like, because I have been going through this odd box that I came across when I was sorting out some comics from that era. I was moving boxes around and came across this couple of boxes that I haven't touched in I don't know how long. Ooh, what are these? Okay, Valiant. So here are some actual Valiant trading cards. Talk about the 90s. Solar Man of the Atom. And then there's a cover for Harbingers. Early 90s Valiant was the best. From like 90 to 92. These are kind of stuck together. Those are really good books at that time. Another Solar Man of the Atom. What looks like Rye, and then Magnus Robot Fighter. Those are some good books. Ooh, Archer and Armstrong. I was actually spent a good chunk of time over the weekend. Ooh, Solar Man of the Atom again. Looking through my collection of Valiant comics. Ooh, there's Exo Man of War blasting Solar Man of the Atom. I was trying to look through all of my Valiant books to see just how many books I had, and I don't have as many as I thought I did, because I was thinking of doing a live stream of a few of the books talking about the history of Valiant and some of the stuff at that time. These, there's another Solar Man of the Atom, but I couldn't find them all. I was talking in the first part of this live, well, in the part one, what will be, what I will title part one, as you know how you have like the Mandela effect of people remembering things differently than what really happened. For me, it's kind of like that, but with stuff. It's like I could have sworn I had those comic books, but now I can't find them. Or could have sworn I had this, that, or the other thing. And then it's the opposite of that. Is like, where did this come from? I don't recall this at all. How did I come into this? That sort of things. Like, what are these? These are holograms, Marvel cards, hologram set, 1992. So I'm guessing these are Marvel Series 2 or Marvel Series 3. They are, no, I take that back. Not Marvel series. These are X-Men series. And if my webcam will, oops, super shiny, super reflective. Oh, almost had it. That looks to be Cable right there. Yeah, Cable. And then this, the X-Men team card hologram. Very difficult. Okay. These were, I had stored in this. So I'm just simply going to put these cards. I do want to get some nice protective sleeves for, or at least a nice archival card page. I'm going to set these aside right over there as my desk is slowly getting cluttered. Now these could be Marvels. I have no idea. Yeah, these are Marvels, 1992. So that would be Series 2 or Series 3. Ooh, look at that. That's the Thing. And that is the Incredible Hulk. There's Venom. And then Ghost Rider. So those are neat. Again, I'm going to put these back in this little plastic case. I don't have anything better to store the hologram cards in. Those are neat. Hope everyone's doing pretty well out there. If you got anybody out there has any memories of hanging out in the comic shop back in the day, please share. And if you catch this on a replay, feel free to drop a comment saying, hi, how's it going? I remember hanging out in the comic book stores in the 80s and 90s, and those were great. That was a great period of time. And these are, what are these? Okay, these are Richard Hescock's more fantasy art. Yeah, like I was saying before, I believe Richard Hescock's did a lot of artwork for like John Carter of Mars or any Edgar Rice Burroughs novels like that. Man, I was big into fantasy art in the 90s. I was collecting. I've got like Joe Jusko, Boris Vallejo. I've got Ken Kelly. I have Richard Hescock's. What are some of these? Larry Elmore. That is, that's Clyde Caldwell set. Oh, not a cassette. How do we make our heroes hip for the kids? Belts and pouches. That's a good one. I'm at a loss on that. I can't even remember the last time I stepped inside a comic book store. there I was. Here I am just going through. Oh, what's this? This is a Richard Hescock's checklist. So I can go down and check all the cards I don't have of his, or I might have. And this, Richard Corbin, collector cards by Comic Images. Let's see if I can open this case up. This is a very dingy, dirty case. All right. Okay, yeah, more fantasy art. Okay, looks about like what you'd find on Heavy Metal magazine. Richard Corbin. That looks like, before I say John Carter of Mars, let me check the back of it. Yeah, Edgar Rice Burroughs and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. If my camera will pick that up. That looks like John Carter of Mars looks like. As I bump into my microphone here. I'm looking through these. I don't remember if I liked Richard Corbin's art or not. Yeah, some of those are kind of weird. I'm not going to share all of those on camera. I'm just going to put them gently back into the case. And yep, snap. There goes the cover back in place as it snaps in place. Nope. There it goes. Dirty, dingy case there. There we go. And my kitty cats, I do believe, are now asleep. Because before, one of them was creating, just meowing up a storm. Like when you get rescue pets, like the ones I have, sometimes they seem to have developed separation anxiety. And I believe that's the one I have, the house cat I have, has separation anxiety. She's perfectly fine if I'm in the room, but the moment I leave the room, she starts to freak out. And this looks like, I can't tell what this is because it's inside this very, okay, it actually broke. So I'm just going to go ahead and try. That is stuck. That is fused. This is, I'm guessing, 30 years inside this case. It is fused in there. I'm hoping that has not affected the card. Let's see. That just broke. I'm pretty sure this is not the natural color. Nope. I see more people checking out my stream. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Whether you're out there lurking in the chat or catching me on a replay, I do appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Time for the old X-Acto knife. And Admiral Teague says, yeah, it's getting close to that. But I might be getting to a point where I can safely retrieve the cards, maybe, that are encased. Because the cards might have been spared the fusion of soft sleeve to hard plastic. I am about to find out here because they do appear to be. No. Okay, I'm taking this off camera and ripping it more. There's movement. There's movement. Aha! Ha. All right. So what was in that ugly case is some. All right, these are second series by Louis Royo, Forbidden Universes. I'm not a very big fan of Royo. A lot of his artwork I do like, but then some of his artwork gets out there. I guess a good term for it is not safe for work, if you get my meaning. But yeah, he's a really good artist, though. He's very good at what he does. If you're a colossal prude like I am, you tend to be on the prudish side of things. You probably don't want to keep up with too much of his artwork. Ooh, Brahm. Is this Brahm? Yes, this is Brahm. Brahm is another fantasy artwork who leans toward dark fantasy or horror. Again, some of his artwork is pretty cool looking. He's done some stuff for TSR, I believe. Yeah. I want to say I've seen this one on a book cover someplace. Let me flip this over to see what it says. It does not say anything about a book cover. I know I've seen this particular image someplace before. Brahm Fantasy Art. Yeah, dark, kind of macabre style. That's Brahm. That's who else is like that? Rob Ruppel, I believe. There's a number of fantasy artists out there that are like that. And then, what are these? Fancy foil cards. This one is, who is this? This is a Ken Kelly. Ken Kelly Collection 2, 1994. It's in a nice soft sleeve. Does not appear to be sticking to it, so I'll keep it in a soft sleeve just for protection. This is Larry Elmore, another popular fantasy artist from that era. Larry Elmore. And then what looks like a Conan and then a Star Wars. So these two are sharing a sleeve. 2 or 3. Oh, there's 3 cards. Okay, this one is the all chromium Conan 2. I'm trying to see a date on it, but I don't see one. But oops, as I drop it. That's all right. Chromium done well is not bad. Don't like it excessively shiny. Trying to see a date. And again, it's, 1994. 1994 Chromium. Conan, rather. Ooh. All right. I like these a lot better. These are really nice. These are Star Wars Galaxy Topps trading cards. Yeah, this is how you do a foil card. That is neat. That is really nice. Everybody's favorite bounty hunter, Boba Fett, and then the evil emperor, Star Wars Galaxy. Collect all 6 etched foil Series 2 chase cards. Okay. So these are, I don't know where I got these. I'm going to take them and put them back inside this little sleeve here, since I actually I'm going to turn them back to back. I'm going to turn these two back to back and put them back inside this little sleeve. Kind of help protect them. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, more Royo. Oh, this is neat. This is another Larry Elmore card. It looks to be foil-ish. I'm going to set him aside. Oops, some heavy metal trading cards that are not safe. Some more Royo. Oh boy. Post Will Clark. I have no idea. It's odd that of all things, working in a comic book store at that time, I had like a handful of sports cards, and I can't remember where I got them. I'm going to set that one aside on top of the stack of other sports cards I have to like. Oh, that's neat. This is a Wildcats 94. This is this is not a regular size trading card. This one and this one are, as you can see, slightly longer, bigger than a traditional size. It does make it look neat because it is like a landscape. Wildstorm Gallery card. Backlash. And then this is neat. Okay, this is one of the best examples of chromium I've seen done. It's glossy, but it's not overly glossy. It's not like bam in your face super gloss. The first oversized all chromium trading card set featuring Jim Lee's Wildcats as portrayed by the hottest artist in the business. Ooh, neat. 1994. Okay. So I may have to check this set out, see what it's going for. I don't know if I would collect it. I liked Image at that period of time, but I was not big into it like a lot of people were big into Image. I was big into Valiant from that era. And oh, look at this. I have emptied the box. Look at that. Box has been emptied. I started part 1 of this with that box stuffed of these miscellaneous cards I haven't touched in like 30 years. And this is the last of them right here. This is John Berkey, Science Fiction Ultra Works, 10 premium cards per pack. So I have already busted this open ages ago. John Berkey. Giving you an idea of his artwork. I am not familiar with him. Might have been one of the oddball artworks or oddball. Ooh, that's something. That's an ocean liner and a half. And these, oh, okay, there it goes. Ooh. That is some kind of cityscape or building set. That's kind of neat. I do kind of like those futuristic cities like that, because this is like the opposite of the dystopian future that we get so often in fiction, science fiction. Like, oh, look, it's a dystopian future. Everything has been blown to crap, blown to smithereens. Whatever will humanity do? Ho hum, ho hum. We've bombed ourselves out of existence. Okay, John Berkey. I will have to look him up to see what his artwork is like. Because this ship here reminds me of another artist, Foss, I want to say. Trying to think. Chris Foss. That's it. Chris Foss. Or Chip Foss or something. Just that style of futuristic spaceship artwork. So I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to use this one as a protector for that really neat chromium that I kind of liked. Oh, okay, I remember now. In a previous live stream, I said I was going to carefully bust open this one because there's some Star Trek cards, or at least one Star Trek card right here that looks really neat. Oh, and Ray Lucard said Rob Liefeld. I guess that's what, in reference to the Wildstorm image cards. Rob Liefeld, yeah, he was pretty good. Let me carefully move these out the way, and I will end this stream after I bust open. Oh, here's a crow trading card. I'll put him there, as my desk is full of art cards. Here a card, there a card, everywhere a card. All right, here we go. Careful. Let me do this off camera so I don't. Here we go. Okay. That was easy. So that's first set. Back. There we go. I'm going to set him right there. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember some of these. Oh, yeah, yeah. Michael Whalen. Yes, Admiral Teague. I was saving this for last because these are appears to be a block of Skybox Master Series Star Trek. 1993. Yeah, woohoo, exactly. Yes. I'm going to save these guys for last. So I'm going to breeze through. I'm going to breeze through these other cards I have here. Michael Whalen, another fantasy artist who does artwork for many novels, like the one I was showing earlier from. Oh, if I can even separate it now. These, come on, you can do it. You can separate. Come on. Where was it? There was a 2010 book cover. Oh, Dragon Riders of Pern. I want to say. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I like Michael Whalen. He's a good artist. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. Some of these cards, they're not like super stuck, but they are starting to get there. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that one did. That one's not good. I'm going to have to gingerly separate these. Okay. So that's Michael Whalen. I like him. He's a good artist. Then here is Rowena Morel, 1993. Fantasy artwork. She's been called the female version of Boris Vallejo. Her artwork is very similar to Boris Vallejo. Very nice, very detailed. Nice whimsical sense of humor to some of the artwork. Sword and sorcery type fantasy. I think some sci-fi for different book covers and whatnot. Rowena Morel. Don't know if that is a complete set. That does not feel like a complete set of her artwork. I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to set them right there. Keith Parkinson, another fantasy artwork. Man, I was big into fantasy artwork in the 90s. I guess if you breeze through any bookstore, look at that time, looking through like sci-fi novels, fantasy novels, you look at the cover art, you will see a variety of dragons. You'll see a variety of artwork by these artists, and that's when I got interested in collecting these card series. Oh, this one I know. I've seen this one before on a book. Let me see if I can separate this guy. Bill the Galactic Hero. Okay, I don't believe I've read the book, but I know I've seen this before someplace. The webcam's not really. So yeah, that's just where I got interested in fantasy artwork. I was digging works by Vallejo, some Frazetta here and there, Michael Whalen. All right. Now the big dogs right here. I will carefully see if I can't separate these cards. I may do this a little at a time. Okay, Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. So I'm guessing these are Well, some of these were related to Star Trek Next Generation, The Traveler. These are two cards stuck together. I'm going to see if, oops. Oh, look at that. Oh, that they separated nicely. Check this out. We have Captain Kirk and we have Spock right there. Nice gloss, no damage to the card. Nice edges. Skybox Master Series 1993. Artist Keith Birdsong. Inspiration Original Series. That's what the back of that says. So I'm going to take these two. I'm going to gently and carefully set them aside. I'll put them on top of the crow. Let's see if I can separate any more of these. That next gen. Blech. Geordi. A Ferengi Marauder. Yeah, this looks like miscellaneous. This is probably going to be a mix of Orion Slave Girl. So this is going to be all over the place, I'm guessing, in this particular series. This one says number 80. So I do not have 80 cards in this set. I just have this small handful. Oh. Docking at DS9. Nice gloss to it. If I had waited another 30 years to dig into these cards would not be in this condition. I can already tell that. I can already tell they would be stuck together massively and they would not be salvageable. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, whatever that critter is. DS9. I'm just going to set these here. Yeah, ooh, that's separated nice. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, Enterprise versus Bird of Prey. That's a cool one. And that looks intact. Star Trek, Ship's Phasers. Oh, Teague saying, I think it's the Alien Probe. The Alien Probe. Where was that? Oh, that one? I cannot tell. Ship's Phasers. Let me look on the back to see what it says. Set these down. This exciting scene actually depicts a more common use of the ship's phasers, clearing dangerous debris from the upper atmosphere of a Federation world. The Star Trek 4 one, he said. Okay, let me go back. This is a nice set. I can't tell what that is unless that's just like a little wormhole or something. And the ship cruising along the ocean. Or, oh no, that's the shape of the symbol on their communicator pins, isn't it? That's what that is. Let's see if I can separate these here. Wesley and the Traveler. Nobody cares. Shut up, Wesley. Oh, it's the Klingon logo. Okay. The Klingon logo. Gotcha. Klingon emblem. Gotcha. Okay. If I can ever. Oh, man. Yeah, like I was saying, if I had waited another 30 years to dig into this box, these would be dust. Okay. Ooh. The motion picture. That's a cool looking card. That's separated easily. The Bolians. This is a nice set. And I think any Star Trek fan would enjoy this set of cards. These are really nice. Padawannabe says, you make me worry about my cards. I have a bunch in boxes and a bunch in the card sleeves. Yeah, if they stick to them or not. Yeah, it is a good consideration because I had a bunch of cards stored in these card pages. These are Ultra Pro Platinums. They are, I want to say these are easily 25 to 30 years old, but I have removed a lot of the cards I store in them because after 30 years, I don't know what the lifespan of these pages are. So I figured after 30 years, it's nice. It's probably a good idea to take the cards out of these pages and replace the pages. So I'm going to do that to all these that I want to keep. These are really nice card pages. They're 3-ring binder pages. In case anybody out there has never come across these, but if you've collected cards, you're probably familiar with these style of pages. Now, what's odd is you can buy the Mylar sleeves, the acid-free archival Mylar sleeves and acid-free backing boards for comic books, as opposed to the polyethylene comic book bags, comic book sleeves. But these card sleeves are polyethylene, and they are advertised as being acid-free, archival quality. So I don't quite follow that. If it's polyethylene and they're not archival in comic books, why would they be archival for comic card sleeves? I don't quite follow that. I'll have to. I will research that more myself to see if there's like Mylar card pages like this that are Mylar. But if they're only polyethylene card pages, then I guess they're okay. Any gum? No. I think the era of finding a stick of gum and a pack of cards, that's a bygone era. Safe to say that is a bygone era right there. Take them and maybe try wax paper between the cards. There are let me see. Do I have it handy here? What I found recently for comic books are some. Is this it? Is this it? No, that's not it. Aha, 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 aha. All right. For comic books, I have found this right here. This is microchamber paper, archival interleaving cotton paper. I for my very, very old comic books, like the few Gold Key comics I have from that era, I take some of these and I interweave them inside the comic books to kind of absorb odors and whatnot. They're like very thin, cottony material. Protect your collectibles from the effects of aging. Very thin, nearly transparent. Contains proprietary SPZ zeolite. Removes pollutants. Absorbs and eliminates offensive odors from smoke, mold, and mildew. Archival. So yeah, I sandwiched some of these inside my oldest comic books, and then I slipped them inside a Mylar a bag and acid-free board. So for protecting some valuable trading cards, if you've got some really old ones, maybe cutting out a trading card sized patch of this paper and then putting it behind the card might help protect it. That's just an idea. But for comic books, that's what I use for my old books. I think my oldest might be X-Men 50. I don't have anything that old. I think I've got, I can't remember. It was like middle 100s, I want to say, going off the top of my head. I think I've got like a X-Men something or other in the hundreds. That is my oldest comic book. Oh, these are nice. Star Trek 3, A Search for Spock. Oh, oldest comic would have been a 1984 Radio Shack comic. Ooh, that's interesting. Cards are mostly from the 90s. I do have an old Wolverine hologram in a screwed shut case. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, most of these cards are from the 90s. Let's see. I think in part one, I showed off a little bit of the Marvel Masterpiece set here. I'll probably do a dedicated live stream just for this set because this is artwork by Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. And these are just beautiful, beautiful cards. So they will get a dedicated live stream just for that, just for me putting these in card pages. Here is a Marvel Series 4 set. And let me verify that. Are these really Marvel Series 4? Yes, they do. Yes, these are. Appears to be a full set of Marvel Series. Well, I'm guessing is a full set because I have not dug into this. This will be another time. Yes, that's right. The Hildebrandt brothers, Greg and Tim Hildebrandt, they apparently did the artwork for this whole set of Marvel Masterpiece. Very cool artists. Yeah. I got those Masterpiece cards and the Flair X-Men series. Yeah, I've got the X-Men series and a 3-ring binder. I've got Marvel Series 1, 2, and 3. I've got some Spider-Man. They did the cover on the black set. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, these fantasy artists, when you think about it, they cross over into so many genres: sci-fi, fantasy novels, comic books, album covers. Let's see, where was it? The Andorians. I'm going to have to look this set up. I may want to collect the full set of these particular Star Trek cards. These are really nice. Ooh. Star Trek Next Generation. One of my favorite episodes, the Nth Degree, where Barkley is like mentally supercharged by the Cytherian probe, and he hijacks the ship, takes it to the center of the universe where they meet the Cytherians. One of the best next gen episodes, in my opinion, and it's a shame that they never followed up with it. That was a fantastic storyline. They could have followed up on that and really uh, taken that idea, but instead, next gen just fell back into like plot line of the week, villain of the week, whatever. Just City Guardian of Forever. That's a nice one. Yeah, Barkley becomes a computer. It was really great writing. Yeah, there were like 2 or 3 next gen episodes that stuck with me just simply from the writing, and it was a shame that they create those ideas and never followed up with them. All these years of next gen Star Trek, they had some great ideas. They just never followed up. And it's a colossal shame. Instead, it's just villain of the week. Oh, look, it's the Borg. Oh, no, the Borg. The Borg's going to take over the galaxy. Oh, no, whatever will we do? Romulan Bird of Prey, Star Trek. These are separating nicely. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, The Catwoman. Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. That's a good one. And, it's separated nicely. Oh, that's nice. Yeoman Janice Rand. That's a good one. Oh, Blast from the Past. Those are good ones. See that cable up there now. The cable, yes. Right up here. Yep. That cable is Crunch and Munch, second edition, presented by Crunch and Munch. I just have oddball singles from this set. Like there's Cyclops, Cable. Heck, I know. I'm going to set these down carefully. There's a Cyclops. Jean Grey. Wolverine. and Spider-Man. Let's see. I'm got to catch up on the chat with you all here. Thank you all again for joining me. This is awesome. Let's see. Nth Degree was a bottle episode. Just really good. They picked up the holodeck ad nauseum. Yeah. I'm going to say offhand, there are like 3, maybe 4 episodes of Next Gen that I just absolutely enjoyed, and they had never followed up with them. Nth Degree, um, Conspiracy, the one with the little insects, bugs that tried to infiltrate and take over, as they said, seeking peaceful coexistence. Got rid of them, never followed up. That was creepy. It was good. It was creepy, and no follow up. It was just went back to the regular, same old blah blah blah. Regular card said the Romulans, relics. There are only 2 women on that whole planet in Star Trek 5. Yeah. No bloody A, B, C, or D. That's right. Let's see. We're more of a screaming yellow. Ha. Okay. Oh, hello, Pops. I think this might be the first time you popped into my on my live streams. Hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Very cool. Saw you live driving into work, thought I would check in. Well, that's very cool. Glad you could stop by. Yes. That is a shame. It's like I said, there are like a handful of good next gen stories that I really enjoyed. Most of them were meh, some were mediocre at best, and some were just not all that great. But yeah, um, Star Trek, when they actually do exploring, is when they're at their best. But when there's like villain of the week, or oh look, it's the Borg, what do we do? Run and hide, blah blah blah. Yeah. Or it's like, oh, Wesley, yeah, shut up, Wesley, go away. Oh, and this one still feels like it's stuck to another card, so you got to carefully separate. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. Unification. So I saved Unification from Wesley. That was a good save. Okay. I know next to nothing about this particular card set, but from what I've seen of these, I'm of the quickly becoming of the opinion that any Star Trek fan would love to have these. This is like a must-have card set. And I felt like these were. Oh, did I not unstickify some of these? No, I did. No. LaForge. Oh, Chekhov. Oh, look at that. If my camera will do this justice. Come on, camera. Focus. Focus. No. The NCC 1701. No A, no B, C, or D. Yes. And then what is Ooh. Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, Infinite Diversity, Space Critter. Yay. All right. So that was a blast. Oh, and of course, Kirk and Spock. So all these, I got Kirk, Spock. Bleh. Chekhov, all them. That's a neat set. That is a very nice set. And I have rescued them. Let me catch up on the chat. Yes, Voyager took care of the Borg too. They ruined them. Borg were good, used sparingly, but when you just use them more and more, then decide, oh, the Borg are super powerful, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, even the Q are afraid of the Borg. Really? No, I don't buy that. I don't buy that any super advanced race like the Q should ever be concerned about the Borg. And that's like apples and oranges right there. Not even apples and oranges. It's like pears and pears and oranges and bananas and all that. Yeah. Lol. Yeah, they ruined them. It's the motion picture Chekhov. Oh, what set is this? This is Skybox Master Series Star Trek. I'm seeing the date here of 1993. It's like I'm guessing is a huge Star Trek set by Skybox Master Series, because the back of one of these cards I was looking at had number 80 on it. Yeah, this one had number 80. Different artists. Very cool set. This is all of this particular set I have, because I was going through this mystery box of assorted trading cards I had from like 30 years ago that I wanted to dig into. Oh, wait, it's a TOS Chekhov. Okay. 1995 Master Series. The Q wasn't afraid of the Borg. He just sicks them on the Federation. Like, yeah. At first, it was, but then at some point, Q, like, I forget what it was. It was like an episode where Q was telling his son not to mess with the Borg or some such thing. The Borg were generally intimidating in the first episodes. Made him a joke. You shouldn't overuse a villain that is genuinely creepy or scary. Agree. I was legit stressed out seeing them vote best of both worlds. Yeah. Of course, any Doctor Who fan would be crying foul over the use of the Borg, because it's like, hey, we had Cybermen first, and they were genuinely creepy. You guys copied our idea. And it's like, no, there's really no way of getting around that, because Star Trek did borrow some from Doctor Who's Cybermen for that. Had to get a quick drink here to wet my whistle. Yeah. There's so much. I keep thinking, if I was in charge of Star Trek, how different Star Trek would be, but that would be wishful thinking on my part, I guess. If I started if I ever wanted to start writing fan fiction. All right. So the neatest card out of, well, aside from the Star Trek card sets, the neatest card I came across so far out of this whole box is this 1994 Flair Marvel card. Captain America versus the Captain, the back of it says. And this I haven't seen a card like this ever. It's like you got the back of the card, then you have Captain America cut out, stuck on, and then his shield is also a cutout. If I turn it over to this side, you can see the 3 layers and the card there, and it's just really awesome. It's this nice pop out 3D style card. I've never seen a card like this before. I can't imagine there being a set of cards like this, because that would be huge, trying to store these in a 3-ring binder. That's just really neat. I'm going to set him gently there. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of, in Voyager, where it had the other Q continuum. I kind of felt like as it went along from Next Gen to Voyager or DS9, they kind of like uh, weakened the Q continuum and elevated the Borg. It's like the Borg are the big bad in the galaxy. They scare everybody. Never mind the Cytherians, the Q continuum. Uh, what were the other super races from like TOS? There was like at least one super race that were like existed only as energy but became human like. Then of course the Greek gods like Apollo, the alien race that Apollo was a member of. It's interesting to think of, because that's one thing Star Trek never really touches on, are the super races. Oh, okay. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure on, possibly. The Tholians. If that's what I'm thinking of, there was I'm having a drawing a blank on the episode. It's the episode where Kirk and crew were on a planet and they're having to go up against Klingons at the time, and they're trying to save the planet from the Klingons, and then the inhabitants of the planet revealed themselves to be super beings and kind of put a stop to both sides. Like, look here, guys, you guys aren't going to be fighting on our planet. But the Tholians are made of crystal, so it's probably not the Tholians. It's some other race I'm thinking of. It's the one thing that Star Trek never really followed up on, is all these super races out there. Because if they did, they'd probably end up turning into like Babylon 5. Because Babylon 5 at least looks at the Vorlons, the Shadows, all these ancient races that have been around for millions of years, that are way advanced, that kind of look down upon all the lesser races run around the galaxy. Yeah, that's probably something I would do if I was writing for Star Trek. I would probably end up making it kind of like Babylon 5. in my head canon, Babylon 5 is Star Trek that makes sense of the ancient races, because Star Trek just never really touched on the energy vampire race and TNG, Davidians. Kind of remember that. It's been ages. I know I've probably seen every episode of TNG. It's just only a handful are memorable to me. They were in that Mark Twain episode. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Trying to remember that now. Yeah, that's been ages. I can remember the Mark Twain episode. I can remember bits and pieces of it. But yeah, it's one of those things that I see once and it's like once and done, one and done. Magneto. If they ever continued on with a series of Star Trek that I would enjoy, they would have to uh, pretty much ignore everything they've done in like the past 10 years since New Trek. Create a new Trek without the J.J. Abrams style Trek. If they jettison all that and just go back to uh, I don't know, even know what it is. The Kelvin time. I don't even keep up with it. That's how disenfranchised I am with Star Trek now. I don't even keep up with the timelines, two competing timelines, like the Prime timeline that had Kirk, Spock, Picard, Next Gen, DS9, all that, and then the new timeline did with the other shows. It's like blah. And then what they've done with it recently, just I have lost interest in it completely. What are those? Oh, those are ooh. Oh yeah, X-Men cards. Look at that. I was going over those in the first part, I believe. (1991) X-Men series. Those are cool. But anyway, it is checking out the time here because I do believe I'm going to go ahead and bring this episode to a close. It is 1:40 a.m. my time, and as much as I joke about weaponizing my insomnia, there are times that I start to feel myself dragging. I might actually get some sleep tonight. Let's see. I was not able to shout out everyone in the first part of my live stream before I had to end my first live stream tonight to check on some kitty cats. I want to thank everyone who showed up in the first live stream tonight. I believe it was Melted Copper, Killer Rabbit from Space, Dadman Walking, going by memory. Tonight it was part 2. Let's see who showed up. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Hello. Thank you for joining me tonight. Lemon Pie, Melted Copper coming back. Admiral Teague. Shout out. Let's see. Scrolling. Ray Lucard came by. Padawannabe. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? I want to make sure I say hi to everyone in the chat. Ah, yes. Pops. Hello, Pops. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. I do believe. Yes, the Tholians are like the giant bug-like jerks. They never really showed them that much in the original series. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is part 2 of my trading cards series. I had live streamed twice tonight with a quick intermission to check on some kitty cats. Yeah, I think I did pretty well on this. Kind of Monday nights are becoming my random stream of randomness evenings, and I think I may save my Wednesday streams, my more structured topical discussions, but Monday nights, I think I may just do some really random discussions here and there, like comic books and whatnot. This was trading cards from big old box I had, like gathering dust. Oh, actually, I haven't even touched on this box. This is another box of mystery cards. So yeah, this will be for a future live stream. I have no idea what is in this box, but I will save this box for another time. Yes. Now tonight, I believe I'll actually get some sleep. We see them in a new version of the episode, looking like they do in the. Okay, so the Tholians came back, I'm guessing, in like Strange New Worlds or Star Trek Disco or something. I haven't kept up with any of that because that's the point I started getting disenfranchised with Star Trek in the direction they were taking it. But yeah, if they bring them back, if they try rehashing them, I can believe it. It's like, hey, look at us, we're doing something from TOS. Hey, remember TOS? Remember when Star Trek didn't suck? Here, we'll just remind you of when Star Trek was good. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. It has been a blast. Thank you all for catching me live, hanging out in chat, or if you've been lurking this whole time, that's perfectly cool as well. Catch me on a replay. Yeah, remember when Star Trek didn't suck? As always, everyone, thank you all for joining me. Do enjoy it. Do appreciate each and every one of you for catching me live. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Let's see what I'll be doing. I'll be doing something Wednesday night. Tuesdays, I will be on Comic Relief Crusaders show on Tuesday and Friday afternoons. Plans for the future? I don't know. I'm doing well sticking to a schedule of Monday nights and Wednesday nights. If I do anything beyond that, it might be like a Saturday mid-morning or Saturday afternoon stream, perhaps. I'll play that by ear, depending on what my scheduling is like, what I do in the future. No real plans for advancement at this point. But I'll probably continue on with comic books, sci-fi TV shows, books, anything pop culture related. And with that, I will bring this to an end. Thank you all for joining me tonight again. And before I nod off at the keyboard, until next time, everyone, thanks so much for catching me live. Feel free to comment. What did you like during the 90s? What comic book or trading cards did you like during the 90s? Feel free to comment on the video later on. Until next time, later, everybody. See ya.